Okay, take a look at this. This was the scene last night. Delaware Agriculture Museum and Village in Dover. The WBOC Mountaire Farms Farm to Table Scholarship Awards Banquet taking place awarded some hefty checks to several high school seniors. These students are looking to enter fields like the culinary arts and agriculture, and the journey towards those careers just got a lot stronger.
Oh yeah, and it was a big night for the students and their families, and the Outdoors Delmarva team was on site capturing the whole thing. And speaking of which, we have the host, one of the hosts of Outdoors Delmarva, Jason Lee. He's here to break down all of last night's festivities. Welcome to the show.
Hi guys, how are you?
Great, great.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about these scholarships.
This was the inaugural year of the WBOC Mountaire Farm to Table Scholarship. Now you're very familiar with Mountaire's involvement with our students and scholarships because for 20 years they did the the Scholar Athletes program. Well, this summer they decided, you know what, that's not as representative of us as a company as it could be. So our guy Zach Evans was tasked 3 days before the launch of the Scholar Athlete program to change the whole script.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
The president came to him, and I found this out last night. The president came to him and said, Zach, we're going to change it up, make it happen. And so in the course of 72 hours, he created this whole new thing right down to the graphics.
Wow.
Right down to the logo. And it became the Farm to Table Scholarship Program. And over the course of the school year, we got lots of nominations, and we selected 5 ag students and 5 culinary art students. And those 10 students were honored last night, presented with their checks of $2,000 apiece.
Wow.
And 1 student from ag, 1 student from culinary got an additional $5,000 last night.
Wow.
So from Laurel, Aiden Bell was our ag big recipient, and from Indian River, Samantha Tioli was our culinary arts recipient. And so that all happened last night. We had some guest speakers. It was a wonderful night up there at the Ag Museum.
So tell us more about the banquet. What was it like?
Well, I'm going to have you guess what we had for dinner.
I'm going chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it's
did
good.
have some chicken. A little bit of crab meat on top of that
Ooh.
too. Oh yes, it was fancy. We was swank. We didn't know what we were doing.
Really uptown.
This was a thing.
And your
It-
keynote speaker was?
Well, just a guy, that you may have seen, taking on Bobby Flay, Chef Ari.
Really?
Yeah, Grandpa Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was great, very inspirational, and I think the students and the families that were there to support these kids really got something out of the whole thing.
Yeah. So, what do you think the award meant to the winners? Was it? Did they wrap their heads around it?
I don't know if they did or not. I think maybe like Reef Ward, he was our very first one.
Yeah.
So he's probably had some time to digest what had happened.
Right.
To go from the very first recipient to being there with the very last one, which actually happened to be Sam Tioli. It was a very whirlwind school year for them, I'm sure. But a lot of these kids started their programs when COVID hit. So they were already behind the curve when it came to getting their path started. And so for the adversity they faced to get all the way to this last night was really just something special.
And I imagine we're going to see this on Outdoors Delmarva.
We are going to see this on Outdoors Delmarva. Coming up the first weekend in August, we will recap the ceremony or the banquet last night. But it's just going to look back at the 2022-2023 school year and look ahead to the 23-24 school year because it is coming back. And from what we've been told, it's going to be around for a while.
That's awesome.
Jason Lee, Outdoors Delmarva.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back.